Hello my friends, I'm so glad to see you again. So, in this episode, we are going to discuss something very important, will directly link to our health, link to our quality of life. So, it's very practical, but of course it's linked to what we discussed earlier. So, anyway, may I ask you to do me a favor, please? Just barely be patient to watch this episode. I know sometimes you might feel lose patience or feel boring and you just want to pause it, but can you please be more patient, because I'm using a lot of time to thinking about this content, to trying to make it more meaningful, and I hope to share this information with the world. So it relies on your patience, and thank you very much. So today I would like to discuss the secret of health and youth. For now, I'm already 33 years old, but when I was a lot younger, when I was a child, my health situation was miserable, was absolutely miserable. Because when I was a child, I catch cold a lot, and my mom always take me to the hospital to take the antibiotics, a lot of dripping all the time, just antibiotics. So it sounds ridiculous, but every month I will catch at least once cold. So and every time the cold will take about 1 week to recover. So I'm just catching cold again, never recovered. And for that reason, my throat had problem, and eventually I had to take the surgery to cut that little part, because it was always have inflammation and it affect my voice. So it gets really bad basically. And that's why I learned my lesson in a hard way. It's not like I born with super strong health and everything was going great, so I can just say a lot of big words. It's not like that. I learned my lesson in a very hard way, especially about medicine, about drugs. So this is the part which related to what we discussed in previous episodes, about how we understand our psychological experience and our physiological experience. Do we understand them separately, or we understand them as in the same relational field? And this is super important, because it gonna determines how we think, how we understand our body, how we understand our mind, and how we build our life. It have such a profound influence, literally. And the fact is, when you say that, we know that our body and mind, our psychological and physiological experience are interconnected, they affect each other, like everyone will say, yeah, that makes sense, that's perfect, yeah, that's the truth. But in reality, we don't do it in that way. In reality, we always say it so dualistic way. You see, we have two very common way of thinking. The first one is, okay, so if we have some problem, then the decent way is we need to take the proper medicine to cure it. And this is how it's supposed to be. We have problem, we take medicine and we cure it, and we'll back to the healthy state. So that's why when you have stomach, or you have a painful leg or whatever, this kind of thing, you go to hospital and they give you some medicine. They give you some prescriptions, and every time it's like this. Or even if you catch cold, or you have nose problem, you have eyes problem, medicine. So yes, I mean, of course, in some situation that's necessary, but is it like all the situation are necessary like that? Is it like medicine is the cure? Not necessarily. At the same time, there is another way of thought is, okay, if there is any problem, do the meditation, do the spiritual practice, and focus on your mind, focus on your thought, and then that's it. All of those things, they are just illusion, and then suddenly when you open your eyes again, or if you keep practicing in this way, that's it, problem all gone. Your disease will magically cured because some like inner awakening or some like a mysterious process is within you. It happened. Actually, both of this situation led us trapped into a very dualistic mindset. Like, they don't forget about consciousness, they don't forget about the body, but they forget about the relationship. So what is health? So how we understand health? This is the essential problem now. Is this health essentially is about our peaceful and some kind of ultimate state of mind, or our consciousness is health? Or is this health is our mind or this thing, that just chemicals in our brain? Health itself is just our physiological experience, our physiological body, which is in a good state. That is health. Obviously, it's both, isn't it? It's not just one side, it's both sides. And health is what? Health is in the two sides have a harmonious relationship. That is health. So this is the way of thinking. We cannot continue that dualistic thinking anymore. Otherwise, we're going to damage our health. We're going to damage our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with others, and with the world. Because we isolated. We isolated ourselves from this world. We isolated our mind from the body, or we isolated our body from the mind. It will never work. Because the world, the existence itself, is relational. If we don't accept, we don't face this fact, we don't appreciate it, then there wouldn't be good consequences. And just a matter of time. I mean, there are so many examples can demonstrate how our physical body and our mind are just interact with each other, how they affect each other. They are like the most close friend. They are like always support each other, or they can just have negative effect on each other all the time, right? For example, when you feel anxiety, your anxiety, then you will instantly you will feel like you are sweating a little bit, your heartbeat rising, and that will make you even more uncomfortable. And that uncomfortable physiological experience will enhance your psychological experience of anxiety. And then just like the bad circle, just keep growing to a point that you feel like, oh my God, I cannot take this anymore. I'm so much anxiety in me. That's just how it manifests, right? That's just how it is. It's not like if you just separately say these two things, your body and your mind, you can never figure it out because they are always interact with each other. So you're not gonna treat them separately. You treat them holistically. I mean, I hope that makes sense. So this is why that we really got to abandon this dualistic thinking. If you think that all the disease only just by taking medicines, just by chemical treatment, then that's it, everything will be fine. Or if you think everything just by your consciousness, by your mind, and that will work out, that's just both impossible. It's impossible, right? Because what we really need to focus is to build the bridge, is to fix the relationship between your body and the mind. It's not to separate it even more, right? So this is the key point here. And another important thing is to understand how our imbalance experience manifested. How it's, as that drawing I always draw, from unmanifested to manifested and to unmanifested again. So this happened in our life. You can call it impermanence. There is nothing wrong with it because everything is changing, everything is moving, including our unhealthy situation, right? Our unhealthy situation, for example, you catch cold. So in situation like that you are temporarily in an imbalanced situation, right? But remember, when we're talking about psychological and physiological experience, one thing about them is that they are all periodically, they will manifest it and then they will be unmanifested again. So they're cyclic. It's not gonna last forever. If you catch cold, it doesn't mean like you're gonna just catch cold forever until one day your whole body unmanifested. It's not like that, right? Because we have immunity system and our body will try to fix it as much as possible. So in this process, what we should do really most important is by our action, by our mind and our body to support this natural fixing process. This is what we really should do. And these things are all very simple that we all know, that we should drink more water, we need to have more sleep, and we take some vitamin C, and we reduce our mental stress. And also just maybe you can reduce the work if it's possible, in front of computer or like very concentrated mental work will also exhaust your body to delay, to take longer time for you to recover. So things like this are the most important thing. Not to take some magical medicine. That's not the priority. Because medicine it's supposed to be one of the support, but it's not even necessary. Because if you take care other part well, then you don't even need the medicine. And it's not just about catching cold. Also, depression, our psychological experience, this kind of like periodically manifestation of our negative experience, they are also periodically. But they will fall again. They will back to balance naturally. If you just support it, you support your body, you support your mind to let it back to the balance, then it will be unmanifested again. But the problem is sometimes we lack of what? We're not lack of the medicine, we lack of the awareness. This is what we really lack of. For example, if you catch cold and then you feel like, okay, it's okay, I just take the medicine and that's it, I done my job, so I'm still gonna like stay late at night, I'm still going to go out and there's windy, there's cold. And then of course, no matter how many medicine you take, you will never heal. Why? Because you keep exhausting your body. You didn't really fix the relationship. You didn't really bring the relationship back to balance within. So no matter how much medicine you take, it will not really improve your situation. You might even get worse cold. But then another question, or somebody will say that, but I wish you could be unmanifested, but it doesn't. It just still manifesting. For example, I have like depression problem. I'm literally, like officially, I'm just depressed, right? It doesn't unmanifest it. So if I don't even take medicine, the situation will not even get even better. So how we understand this? First of all, they are accumulation effect. Why you get to the state that you have to take medicine for curing these things or to just to let everything under control is because back then you lack of the awareness of every little signal. Every time when you feel depressed, you didn't really fix it, you didn't really do much about it, and essentially when it just accumulate, and now you are officially really become a long-term problem, not a short-term. Because short-term is like a cold, right? After 1 week, you should recover. But if you don't do much, and then it could last for months. It could be a like serious problem, like your lung have problem or asthma. Then that is something so much more difficult to deal with. Of course, it's still possible to deal with, but the most important thing is to have enough awareness, to have a holistic and relational thinking when we're facing these problems, the imbalance of our body and mind. This is most important because this is like our immune system. If the first time when you face this, you deal with it nicely, you wouldn't need to deal with the upcoming consequences which lead to the worst situation. This is just how important this kind of thinking is. And yes, about depression, this kind of psychological issue, it's more important is that we use our inner strength. Yes, it's true, but also we need to support our mind by our body, by our action, right? For example, if you're really depressed and you put yourself in an environment or in front of information full of negativity, will it get even better? Of course not. We need to use all the help we can to fix the situation, to lead us back to balance. So you cannot just think about, okay, my mind is strong, my mind is powerful, and then that's it. You need to have healthy diet, you need to have good sleep, you need to drink enough water, you need to take care of yourself in every way. That's how it works. In the opposite, if you keep thinking about negativity every day, just the morning when you wake up, the first thing you're thinking about, oh my God, this world is so sad or something like that, you will never get better, never. Because things like this, when you become a habit and you don't do anything, you just allow this habit to continue, you allow this habit to let your situation get worse, then nothing can really help you. I mean, about this topic, there's so much I can say, so much I want to share. Well, eventually I want to organize all of this into a book so I can share with more people. But I just want to say that the most important is, I hope to spread this idea that non-duality, relational non-duality, it's not just about philosophy, it's an attitude towards life as well. That means that we reject to think this world in a dualistic way. We reject to think our mind and our body separately, to consider only our mind is real, body is illusion, or only body is real, mind is illusion. We reject that. We really got to reject that. Otherwise, the relationship will never fix. If the relationship never fixed, then our life cannot really improve. So the point is about more holistic, more relational way of thinking. This is so crucial, and this is what we actually lack nowadays. You hear these thoughts a lot. You hear people talking about this way a lot, but in reality, you find the people's action are opposite. As I mentioned earlier about how people generally thinking about treating these things. And also, for example, last time, a few days ago, I released an episode about making vegetarian food. And I guarantee some of the people, they will feel like, you are doing a philosophy channel, why you upload a video like that? It just feels like a little bit awkward, don't you think? Like we're talking about, the beginning of the existence, we're talking about the universe, we're talking about spirituality, all this like holy and super mysterious topic. And then you tell me about how to cook food. And this is the part, I have to say, my friend, that's the feeling when you say I release a video like that, that's your feeling. That means you still have a very dualistic way of thinking. You feel like what we're talking about is something higher, and when we're talking about cooking food and about health or body, you consider this as something lower. And if you think in this way, I'm sorry, my friend, that means you still got a long way to go to understand what is real non-duality. Non-duality means your life is the reality, and the reality is your life. You cannot separate them. You cannot say the ultimate truth is somewhere beyond your life. You cannot say that. Because if you say that, you will foreverly chasing another shore. And that will leave you maybe some pleasure in your intellectual activities, but essentially you will get nothing from it. Really, nothing from it. Because the whole point of relational non-duality, the whole point of philosophy is eventually we use the power of philosophy, we use the power of how we understand the world to rebuild our life, to rebuild our relationship, to build a harmonious world. That is the whole point of philosophy. That's the highest goal of philosophy. If you want to chasing another high or another shore, that is metaphysics. That is just like people into all different field. They can enjoy it, but are they willing to back to life, to bring those wisdom or bring those insights back to life? That's more challenging. That's more important. And essentially, that's what determines your life. I hope you can take in this information. It's just so super important, and I will never feel I talk enough about it. You see, in every episode, I'm trying to express this idea, trying to spread this information, and it's a long way to go, because to build this bridge between this dualistic thinking between different fields, it's a long work, it's a hard work. But I'm determined to do it. And I just hope that, and thank you that you still watch till now, because this is what I said at the beginning. Your patience matters. Your patience give me the opportunity to share this information with the world, and you can share this information with your friend, with people around you, with people you love, you care. And this is what matters. This is all matters. Okay, so I guess I talk enough. So and thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. And please don't give up on this channel, and let's continue move forward together.